Hello guys, this is Sandra here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. It's lovely to have you here and I hope you're gonna enjoy your time. I would say today's video is gonna be a fairly long one, so if you need to pause now, whoops, sorry I just hit you, grab a a snack, a hot drink. We're off to a great start clearly, and then we can jump into the video. So what we're gonna do is basically I have 30 products in this giant makeup bag that's like bigger than my head, and I decided to do a 30 by 30. So my birthday is on the 26th of February and I'm turning 29 this year, and rather than doing my usual yearly project pen, I decided to do a use up 30 by 30 because I'm turning 30 next year, which is a big number. So this is my way to celebrate by using up makeup, I guess. And I decided that this year I want to focus on using up my products because I have a lot of them. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I have a few videos already where I have project pens, and also I had a video this year where I talked about products I want to work on in 2022. So some of these products you might have seen there, others I haven't talked about before. So again, without being too long, I'm gonna jump into the video. Also, I already marked all my products, so I have a long list of products and then all my markings in my notebook. And before we hop in, basically how I want to run this project is that I'm gonna have bi-monthly updates. Jesus, I need to get it together. I'm gonna have bi-monthly updates, and I'm gonna work on all 30 products at the same time, but each time I will have 5 focus products, and those are the ones that I'm gonna update you on, and then once I use one of them up, I'm gonna roll something in. And I chose all my products that are not unobtainable to finish because that is my ultimate goal, to actually fully finish up these products. So this project pen is not about hitting pen on products, it's about fully using everything up. So again, I'm gonna have 5 focus products, which does not mean that I'm not working on the other 30 because it's a lot of products to use up. So I might use them on the background, but unless I hit major goals on them, I'm not gonna update you on those until I roll them in, if it makes sense. So without more answering, I think it all makes sense, but if you have any questions, leave them below. I can always answer them. We're gonna just hop into the products. So I'm gonna reach into the bag and just grab, whatever is in front of me. So we're gonna start with the Garnier Intensive 7 Days Softening Lotion. And I'm actually pretty good at using up my body lotions, but last year, if you've seen my Hungry haul, I bought 2 while I was at home. And, I have body oils, and then I have this one, and there's way too many. So rather than rotating through them, I thought if I just focus on one, I can actually get some use out of each of them and finish this. So with this one, I am roughly halfway through the product. I will keep this on my bedside table so I can use this every night, and I don't know how long this is gonna take me, but we'll see. Also, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you all 30 products now, and then from next update, I'm gonna just show you the focus products and anything I might have hit, a major milestone on. I don't think I said that before. Sorry, but that's what we're doing now. And next up, I have a few products in this Z palette, and some of them you might have seen in previous projects. So first up, we're going to talk about this Benefit blush in Bella Bumbo, which is one of my all-time favorites, but it's so old that Benefit doesn't even do these anymore, and I have a really minuscule amount left. There we go. This has been in pretty, quite a few project pens before, but, I'm quite positive I can use it up this year. It's a beautiful pinky, rose goldy kind of color. It's a really NARS Orgasm kind of color. And I have other colors now in my collection that will, dupe this. So that's perfect. And I just want to make sure to use it up because there's so little left. And, after using up a cream blush last year by Tom Ford, I'm pretty confident I can finish this too, and I'm going to be so proud of myself for finishing 2 blushes within 2 years. That's going to be amazing. Then the next one is from my Morphe 35B palette. I deconstructed this palette and just kept a few shades that I wanted to, use, and I like using just a cream colored shadow for setting my eyeshadow primer under my brows, or just for blending out a darker shade in the crease if you go too heavy. And this one doesn't even have pen on it at the moment, but I'm pretty confident I can use up this shade. It's just the beige kind of color. It shouldn't be an issue. And then another eyeshadow, and the last product that I'm working on this year, or like till I turn 30, is this mini shade from The Balm. And now I don't remember what the shade name was, but it's just this beautiful champagne color. It looks quite a lot like Kitten by Stila. So as you can see, there's already major pen on this. I almost hit side pen as well, but I'm not quite there. There's a small amount. And because there's so little left in there and I can just use it as an inner corner or a brow bone highlight, I'm pretty confident again that this is something I can use up by the time I turn 30. And I just keep them all nice and compact in this Z palette. And, you know, this way I can just look at all of them in one palette so I remember to use them. Next up, why don't we just get through? I only have one hair product in here, I think. And this is the OGX Argan Oil of Morocco Renewing Penetrating Oil for all hair types. Now I love this product, but again I have another hair oil that has a tiny amount left in there as well. This has a little bit more in there, but I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna concentrate on this, put this in this project. Now, once I finish both of those, I want to buy the Aveda hair oil, but I told myself until these two are finished, I cannot do that. So there's not a lot left in there if you see my marking. So there's actually quite a good deal of this done, and you have to put it on towel dry hair. I usually put a few drops, I don't want to go, you know, too overboard, and just sort of like brush it through the ends of my hair, and I feel like it makes quite a big difference. It's really nice. It smells really refreshing too. I do like the smell of it. It's fresh but almost sweet at the same time. Does it make sense? I don't know, but I love this product. It looks quite small. There is 100 ml in there, but obviously you don't need an awful lot in one go. But again, I'm pretty confident that I can finish this by next February. Next up, I think I'm going to show you all my nail polishes. I haven't filmed any nail polish videos in a while, but I have quite a few of them. And I brought back like 14, I think, from Hungary. So my mom and my sister decided that I don't want to have their nail polishes anymore because they literally go all the time to actually get their nails done, which I don't. So they're like, why don't you look through this, see which ones you like, and then just take it with you. So that's what happened. And now I have like an extra 14 nail polishes just by the time I was actually, you know, working through them. So I rolled in 3? No, I think I'm missing one. Hold on. Okay, I rolled in 4 nail polishes. Now, one of them is the one I'm having on my nail at the moment as well. So it's just this purple nail polish with a really slight amount of shimmer to it that doesn't even come through the nails. And this is the WIC by Jerome. I don't know, it's a really random brand. I'm pretty sure this used to be mine, and then it went to my mom, and now it's back with me. And I'm roughly halfway through this, so I do have a marking on it. And because this is such an easy color to use, and also you need at least 2 layers, I'm pretty sure I can finish this by, you know, the end of, you know, this time next year basically. Then the other 2 or other 3 really are top coats. But I have 2 shimmery top coats. One is by Catrice, and it's the Galactic Glow Translucent Effect Nail Lacquer. And the shade is gone, so I don't remember what shade this is, but this was limited edition about 2 years ago. I bought it again when I was at home in Hungary. And then the other one is the Mark Nail Size Studio Mineral Crush Polish, I guess. And this is the shade Agate. I don't know how to spell it, but they are both basically just glittery nail polish toppers, and I don't have an awful lot from each of these. They're both very well loved and very well used, so I don't think this will take me a lot of time. And I love using the pink one on top of a peach or a pink, and actually I love using the blue either obviously on a blue or a grey, or it looks quite nice on top of a white as well. It just makes it a bit lighter. They are both really nice. The blue one is more of a chunky glitter, whereas the Catrice one is more of like a subtle glow. But they are both really, really nice nail polishes, and I have no doubt that I can finish these. And then the other one is just a clear top coat, and this is the Revolution Speed Shine top coat. So again, it's just a clear top coat, and I have another clear top coat that I brought back from my mum and from my sister. And again, I'm horrible at using my products interchangeably. And it takes me a lot slower, obviously, that way to use through them. So I just decided to concentrate on this one for the time being, so I can just use it up, basically. And let's just go through the last two skin products that I have. One of them is the Aveda Foot Relief Moisturizing Cream. So this is just a foot cream. As you can see, there's not an awful lot left in this. But lately I got really lazy and I just always use my body lotion as a foot cream. Which, to be fair, I guess is fine, but I get really dry feet. Is it, you know, TMI? I don't know. But I decided, no, just, you know, if I use this up and I don't want to buy another foot cream, fine. But there's so little left in this, and it's just taking up space. So I just want to use this up. And then this one is the Elemis Frangipani Body Oil. Now, once I use this up, I think I am going to purchase a full size. But I just, you know, keep holding on to this because I love this so much. But there's so little left. So little. I mean, look at that. So at the moment, it's quite solid in there. In the summer, when it's warmer, you know, it's obviously an oil form. But at the moment, if I'm in the bath, I can just pop it in there and it will, you know, dissolve back into an oil rather than being solid right now because it's cold. Or you can just run it under hot water, and to be fair, you don't need a lot. It's really nice because it moisturizes your body so well, but it doesn't leave a super oily, slick residue. It feels more like a dry oil. And I had 3 of these little sample sizes and I already used up 2 and I kept holding on to it, but it's ridiculous. I love it, so I'm gonna use it up and then I'm gonna buy another one. Now, I don't know if they use it, like do a body mist of it, but I know they do the same scent of Kendall. They have a shower gel and a body lotion, so I will see. Usually around the holidays they do different sets with the Frangipani line, and if you haven't smelled it yet, please. It's so good, especially if you like floral scents like I do. It's heavenly. So yeah, I just decided stop, you know, holding on to it. You can always repurchase it if you want. Just use it. So here I am using it. Now, 2 products that are like a good in-between of skincare and makeup are these 2 tinted lip balms. They are both quite old, but they still both, you know, do the job as what they're supposed to do. So one of them is the Body Shop Born Lippy, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the strawberry. Yeah, this is the strawberry scent or flavor. There's not an awful lot left in there. Like, if you can see, it's pretty well loved. And I already used up the, I think it was peach or something, or watermelon. You know, that was really nice. And I had all of these for so long that I just want to make sure that I use it and get it out of my collection. So again, this one usually lives on my nightstand together with like the body lotion and the foot cream, to make sure that I can use it overnight before I'm going to bed, just to seal in some moisture. And then the other one is the Carmex Moisture Plus Lip Balm. And this is just a pink, quite a bright pink tinted lip balm actually. Look at that brightness. Let me be an OG beauty YouTuber for a second. There we go. It's quite a bright pink. I don't have an awful lot left, like that's all I have, so it's not too bad. But I just definitely need to make sure to use this up because, you know, it's getting old. Now, if I remember well, this is a bit of a tingly one, which is the reason why I don't use it often anymore. I think I used to have another one, God, years ago. But yeah, I don't love the tingly feeling an awful lot. But I just want to make sure to use it up and, you know, get it out of my collection, like with everything else in here. Next up, I have 2 primers. One of them is the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. Now, as you can see, this is pretty well loved, but I sometimes forget to use it. But what I do find lately that my under eyes can get a little bit dry. I think it's because we're still in the winter and the weather is quite cold. So my concealers just glide a little nicer if I'm wearing this. So it's just a bit more comfortable. So I want to make sure to get good use out of it. And as you can see, there's not an awful lot left. So I'm pretty confident I can finish this. And the other one is the G1 or J1, a jelly pack. And I think this is a primer. I'm a bit confused. I got this as like a gifted purchase once. And It says on the top, pat this makeup gripper onto clean skin and follow with your usual sunscreen or foundation. Now, usually I would apply my sunscreen and then my primer, so I don't know, I'm a bit confused, but I use this maybe once, so if you see my marking, you know, it's pretty much full. And I never used the Milk Makeup Gripping Primer, but I imagine it's quite like this because this gets super sticky, super sticky. From what I remember from that one use, you know, it held on to my makeup pretty good, and I'm pretty sure that that was the day when my foundation actually didn't drop off too much under the mask. So every day I wear my makeup and then I wear a mask on top of it when I go to work. And every time I go on my lunch break, when I take off my mask, on my nose there's just a line of makeup missing. It looks ridiculous because as I'm talking under the mask, obviously it rubs on the bridge of my nose and there's always this patch missing. And I'm pretty sure the day when I was wearing it, it wasn't, but we'll see. I'm not really used to a primer getting to the level of sticky that this one does. It's like a whole new level of sticky. It's extra sticky. Just make a drinking game out of me saying sticky. But, you know, we'll see. But I have so many primers, so I just wanted to make sure to get one out of my collection really, and this one is fairly small, so I decided to add that in there. And then on a similar level, I decided to add in my Primed and Ready Dewy Makeup Fixing Spray by Collection. Now this is almost completely full. If I like hold it towards the light, you can actually see through the bottle, which makes marking so much easier. And as you can see, this is almost completely full at this point, which is fine. At the moment I'm using a Becca one in another project pen, but you know, that's fine. I find setting spray quite easy to go through because this is a part of my makeup routine that I actually use almost every single day, especially because sometimes, especially if I'm in a hurry, or even if I'm not, to be fair, I just have the tendency to over powder, so I definitely need a setting spray to calm the situation down so I don't look cakey. And I find hydrating setting sprays to be super helpful with that issue. After primers and, you know, setting sprays, let's move on to setting powders. Now, rolling 3 in the same project might seem excessive, but it's a year-long project and I'm pretty sure I can use them all. So, one of them is the Pure Powder Foundation. This is not a full size, but I would definitely be really happy to purchase a full size. And if you look at it, there's barely anything left. I already had to repress it, which I have to say didn't help this formula because I think I repressed it too hard. So now I have to scrape it every time I want to use it. But as you can see, there's so little left. But this definitely rekindled my love for powder foundations. So I would happily repurchase a full size of this. But, you know, I have quite a lot of powders at the moment, but I really love this product. It's so good. I just have way too many powders, and this one has so little left, I decided to work on that. Then the next one is an under eye powder, and this is the Becca Under Eye Setting Powder. Now, this one, while it's a good product, I don't feel like it's an essential in my makeup collection. I'm not really someone who highlights an obscene amount under my eyes, so I'm just quite happily gonna use the setting spray I use for my face, if I'm honest. I'm already so pale that there's not much point of like having a separate powder for my under eyes. You know, if I want to get more dimension, I'm gonna use a bronzer or a contour or a blush or whatever, but I'm not gonna highlight under my eyes because I'm already white as a paper. So this product, while it's not a bad product, I just don't feel like I have an actual need for it in my collection. But because it's still a nice product, I decided to roll this in. And now this have quite a lot of product in there. It's about halfway through. So I think this is gonna take me absolute ages to use. But we're gonna try it. You know, some products in this definitely are more challenging than others, and I feel like this will be definitely one of the more challenging products in this project, but that's alright. I can just roll in products that are gonna be easy, because where would be the fun in that? I don't know. And then the last product is the Too Faced Peach Perfect. Now, I'm so sad this is being discontinued. This is an absolute beautiful product. I love this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the scent is quite overbearing. It's strong. It's like that typical artificial peach. If you use any products from the Peach Perfect collection, yes, that's what it's called. I just had to double check. You will know what I mean. But the powder itself is really nice. Now, just like with the under eye powder, you can see I'm roughly about halfway. So, you know, I don't think this will be as challenging as the under eye powder, just because you obviously the face area is a lot bigger than just the under eye, so I feel like this will be easier to use. I also love this, and the reason why I haven't used it in a while is because I was going through like this whole pressed powder phase, just because they're a bit less messy. But I used this recently and I'm just like, oh my god, I forgot how beautiful this looks in the skin. It never looks cakey, it just glides over the skin. It's not overly matte, but it's not shimmery, it just smooths everything out. And why did Too Faced discontinue this? I'm really tempted to pick one up while I can, but at the same time I'm just like, Sandra, you have more than half of this. You don't need another one. You have so many powders, but this is a beautiful, beautiful product. As you can see, I definitely rolled in things that I love. Now, this one, I'm currently using a darker one in my Partners in Cream Project pan, and I decided to roll this one in as well because I need to use them up. They're getting old. So this is the Becca Aqualuminous Concealer in the shade Porcelain. I don't know why I looked at the label. I know what this is. If you've been around on my channel before, you might have heard me talk about these. These are my favorite and they've been discontinued, which is an absolute shame because Becca is not a brand anymore. So before they go bad, I decided to use it up. Now, if you look at it, I have so many gaps. This is definitely not something that, you know, I haven't used before. It definitely is really well loved, but at the same time, there's still quite a lot of product left in there. So I just want to make sure to give this as much love as I can before it expires and just, you know, give it a nice send off, which just means I use it up before it expires, basically. Moving on, complexion. So I have two more complexion products. One of them is the, oh, I didn't mark this. I need to mark this. This is the Becca Glow Silk Highlighter Drops, and I will mark it. I just need to let it settle. I think I'm roughly about there. So I have like a quarter of the product left. I love this. Even though it looks fairly dark in there, it shears out really nicely, but this gives you an insane amount of glow. I love this product. Oh, and I just realized I didn't grab everything from my table. Hold on. I had to grab one more product, so now I have all 30 of them. But either way, I will wait for it to settle and then I'm gonna mark it for you. I love this product. I'm pretty sure this has been in a project pan before, although it's not marked. So maybe I remember wrong, but there's barely anything left in there. So I just want to, again, use it up because it's such a beautiful product. And I already have other liquid highlighters, so I don't need that many. And then what I forgot to grab, because I applied a little bit of it before I sat down, so I'm not sure how much you can see my glow. To be fair, it's a mixture of different products, but what I reapplied is the Becca Opal highlighter. So I have a mini of this. I have like 3 other minis and like 3 full-size highlighters and like a highlighter palette. I used to work for Becca, so that's the reason why I have so many Becca products. And this one already has a pen in it. Now, at the moment, I have to go with a really light hand because it's almost too dark for me. I'm not sure how much you're gonna be able to see on my hand. It's there, but it's almost a little dark. I think you can like see the outline. So at the moment, I can only use it like in a really sheer amount. But it's a beautiful highlighter, and I think once in the summer I get a bit more tan, and this will be the perfect shade. And this one will definitely be a challenge because, as you can see, there's still quite a lot of product left in there. So, you know, this one will definitely be a push, but I'm hoping that I can use this up. I don't think I ever used up a highlighter. The very first highlighter I purchased was the Balm Mary Luminizer, and while I have a huge dip on it, not even just a dip, a huge pen on it, I still have it in my collection, and that was years ago. So I'm pretty sure this belongs to like one of my early highlighters as well. Like I actually got this, no, I bought it myself before I even worked for the brand. So, you know, I had this for a really, really, really long time. But it's a beautiful color. I have to say though, since the pandemic, I'm the palest I've ever been. I've never been this pale in my life, I think. I'm not sure what happened, but I will still try to use this, and I hope I can finish this in a year. I don't know. There's a lot of product in there. it will definitely will need my concentration, but we'll try. Another product on the other hand though, that's for the complexion, and I know I can finish, is the Fenty Matchstick in the shade Cinnamon. And every time I use this in a project palette, I point it out that cinnamon is with an S, not a C. But that's all I have left. It's a really small amount, like it barely even, you know, points out from this little container, if that makes sense, this little stick. And I think this is supposed to be a highlighter, but for me it's definitely too dark as a highlighter, so I like to use it as a really soft bronzy kind of highlight on myself. So I like to use it as a cream bronzer, just because on my skin tone that's definitely what this is. And then sometimes I top it up with like a little bit of a, you know, powder bronzer as well. But I do love this product. Now I also have now one of the Fenty cream bronzers, which is quite nice. I don't think I like it as much as, let's say, the Huda Beauty Tentor, but obviously that's a bit more of a contouring product. Anyway, I'm being sidetracked. There's so little left in this. It was in a previous project pan before, and I got so close to finishing it, but I didn't. So I wanted to make sure to get it off my collection, because I have other cream products and cream contours, you know, that are waiting for me. Although I'm really getting into cream products this year, so I will have to stop myself not to buy more. But, you know, this is beautiful. There's so little left. I got it in a set together with a mini powder bronzer, and I have to say that was not my favorite, but it might have been a shade issue rather than a formula issue. But I used it up anyway, so it's fine. I just have this one left, and this one I actually do love, so I just want to make sure to use it up because there's so tiny left. Why keep it around? Why? And then the rest, oh no, there are, okay, it's not all lip products. I thought they are, but they aren't. So I have two eyeliners. One of them is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Rock and Coal liner in the shade Black Magic. I would not call it black. To me this looks like a greeny black, but I might be going crazy now looking at it. But it came with like a greeny, olivey, quite dark shimmer eyeshadow, which I still have to this day. It's beautiful. It came as a duo. So there it is. I know on camera it looks quite black, but it has a slight green to it. I don't know. Either way, I don't have an awful lot left of this, so I just want to make sure to use it up while I can. And, you know, because it has that slight green to it, it's just a little bit different from a black, but then if I use it on my waterline, smudging it out, it will almost be like a slightly softer black, so you can't really tell it's not black, but it's still a little bit softer. Does it make sense? Does anyone know what I mean? I hope so. And then the other one, that's quite an old liner. This is a Kiko liner. And what is this called? Can I still see? No, but this was a limited edition anyway. It doesn't actually have a shade name, it's just called 05. And this is like a dark purple eyeliner. This is beautiful, obviously, if I do like either a pastel purple or even like a darker purple. This goes either right nicely in the waterline or just on my eyes as an eyeliner. It works either way. Rude camera cutting me off. But what I was saying, if you've been on my channel before, you will know I'm not exactly someone who's into like a huge graphic liner or a huge like winged liner, and it's purely because with my eye shape I never feel like it works that great. I have slightly hooded eyes, so I just like to use a liner like today where I have a pencil and it's smudged out, or I like to make like a small flick with like an eyeshadow. It's just a lot more my style, that kind of eyeliner, so I thought I can use these two pencils. One of them is a bit more colourful, the other one is a bit more of like your typical liner but with a small twist. And, you know, they're on different ends of the spectrum, so obviously the Charlotte Tilbury one was more expensive than the Kiko, but they're both getting a bit older and I have a lot of eyeliners. And I have another purple and I have another black, I have other greens, so I feel like that's like a blacky green as I mentioned. So I just thought I can definitely use those two up. And then the last pencil product I have is this Boutique HD Eyebrow Pencil. Now at the moment I'm working on a Charlotte Tilbury one as well, but this doesn't have an awful lot in there either. As you can see, that's just a small tip I have left, and a Boutique is the own makeup line of Sainsbury's in the UK. So Sainsbury's is like a food shop basically, it's a supermarket where you can buy everything. So, you know, I have a video, I think, from not last year, I think it's from the year before, I don't know, where I bought a few things in Sainsbury's and I'm pretty sure I reviewed them, so I will try to find it and I'll link it down below. It's a little bit older, so you know, it's up to you whether you want to watch it or not, but I definitely have a video on these. I quite like this, and my only issue is that it's a bit chunky, so I will have to be quite careful with how much pressure I apply when I get to the tail of my brow, so I don't end up with a really thick line. But the color of it and the formula of it is actually really nice. I do enjoy this. And I have a lot of eyebrow products. I bought quite a few, so it got a bit out of hand. And I would like to work on this just to minimize that number down. And then the last 3 items of my 30 by 30, you know, I do hope you grab a snack or a drink, are 3 lip products. And they're all slightly different. Now, I didn't want to go overboard with lip products because if you've been here, hi, I'm Sandra. I love lip products. I have many of them, but I'm horrible at penning them. I rolled in a MAC lipstick just because I had success with MAC lipsticks before. I know that I used to have one from the... God, who sings Love Me Like You Do? I can't think of her name, but anyway, I had a MAC lipstick from her collection before. I'll put the name on the screen because my brain is useless today. But I decided to roll this in. So this is Patisserie Classic shade. Everyone has it. And I have so little left. I'm doing the first job. There you go. There's so little left. Now I think everyone knows Patisserie is just your typical, really, not this one, that one. Really nice, typical nude shade. And I just decided, you know what, this is so old. I need to use it. I was deciding between this and Giddy, but I decided to go with this. Giddy is a bit more pink. Then I also have this, oh, I have lipstick on my hand now. I also have this Kiko Gloss Crayon, and it's really interesting because it is really glossy, but it's in a lip crayon. So this is like a movie kind of nude color. As you can see, I have a really small one left, and this is shade 12. I'm pretty sure they still do these as well. Now they don't do too many shades, but I used to adore this product, hence there's so little left. So there you go. So on me at the moment as well, because again, I'm the palest I've ever been. It's definitely like a darker nude, but it definitely has like a hint of like purple to it. So it's more mauvey kind of color. And then the last one is actually something I'm wearing on my lip at the moment as well. It's the Too Faced Sweet Peach Gloss. And what shade is this? Pure Peach. So this is just this little like deluxe sample that I got with like a purchase quite a while ago. There you go. These I love. So if these are not being discontinued, which I don't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of the peach line is. But this just feels so comfortable because of the oil in there. It has this sweet peach taste to it, which is amazing, and scent. It's a little bit different of a smell from like the powder, but obviously it's the same collection. Also, the packaging is adorable. Even on the deluxe sample, it has this tiny peach on top. Look at it. It's a smiley peach. I mean, does that just make me excited? Clearly. But it's just such a nice formula, and it's a tiny gloss. I also use it quite a few times, even though you can't see through the packaging too much. You can see a little bit through on the back. I don't actually know if the camera will pick it up because it's behind writing, but you know, it's not overly used, but also it's a small lip gloss, and I really like wearing it. It's really comfortable. It has a really nice glide to it. That's the word I was looking for. Oh my god. It has a really nice glide to it, and it's just super comfortable to wear. So that's it. That's all my 30 products. And let me just see, I already chose what 5 products I'm gonna work on first. No, I chose 6, sorry, not 5. So I wrote down to myself 5 to 6 focus products. I clearly chose 6. So the first focus product that I'm gonna concentrate is obviously the Benefit Bella Bumble Blush, because come on, there's so tiny left. It's been repressed so many times. So I'm pretty sure I can use this up, maybe even by the next update. It's 2 months away, so you know, quite possibly. Then I'm also gonna be focusing on the Body Shop Born This Way Lippy in Strawberry. Then also on the small primer, which is the J1 Jelly Pack. So we'll see how far we can go on that one. Then also the pure powder foundation, because again, there's so little left in this that I think I can actually finish this up. And I have to say, it's quite a bulky packaging, but whatever. We're going to focus on this one. Then I'm also going to focus on my Fenty Matchstick in Cinnamon, just because, again, there's such a tiny amount of left that I hope that in 2 months I can actually just finish this and, you know, work towards that 30 by 30. Then the last thing I'm going to work on is the Kiko eyeliner, the purple one. So those are my 6 focus products. And then again, like I mentioned, I will mainly update you on those 6. And then if I feel like I got to like a major milestone on any of the other projects, any of the other products, then I will update you on those as well. But now I'm gonna go because I'm pretty sure this was the longest video in history, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you've done anything like, you know, 29 by 29 or 30 by 30 or whatever, let me know. I know many people do similar kind of project pens, and again, I just decided to do this rather than like a whole year project pen. This is my whole year now. You know, it's my way to celebrate becoming 30 because, you know, that's quite a big number. So I'm gonna go now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love if you consider subscribing. It would be amazing to, you know, for you to join this little community and follow me along the journey of becoming 30, even if it's just by project penning. But for now, I'm gonna go. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.